Hello viewers, in this video I'll be teaching you how to make a moist chocolate cake. Please follow this recipe and thank me later. I used 250 grams of flour, sugar 200 grams of sugar, baking powder 1.5 teaspoon, baking soda 1.5 teaspoon, salt 1 teaspoon, cocoa powder half cup, vegetable oil half cup, milk 1 cup or 240 ml, vanilla half tablespoon, hot water 1 cup. Then coffee is very optional. If it's for kids, please don't put coffee. It's for adults, please put coffee. This cake is for an adult. So I added 2 eggs. While making a chocolate cake, what you have to do is just to separate the liquid ingredients from the dry ingredients. I separated all the dry ingredients and I saved them. Then my liquid ingredients, combined them together. And while I was doing this, I had to boil water. I boiled my 1 cup of water. When it became very hot, at the end of the mixing and mixing, I had to add the 1 cup of water. So as you can see, I'm mixing my dry ingredients. Every dry ingredients I put here, I make sure I sieved them. Even my salt, yes. You will be like, why are you sieving salt? I need to sieve my salt just in case there is something that shouldn't be found inside your cake. So you have to sieve everything that you're going to use. For my baking powder, I used Double Crown. Double Crown is a very good baking powder. It's a fast action baking powder as they work in the show. So I used not half tablespoon, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, same with baking soda. As you can see, the baking soda I used, this was my remaining baking soda, the last one I had. So this is it. Half, you can see it. 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar is equal to 200 grams. As you can see, I'm combining them together. To make sure that it is evenly distributed. The reason for combining together is so you won't overmix. Overmixing spoils your cake. When it comes to chocolate cake, you don't overmix. Vanilla, you don't overmix. But if you overmix in your vanilla cake, it will show very, very well that you've overmixed. But in your chocolate cake, it won't be that visible, but do not overmix. This is my wet ingredients. This is my egg. I used 2 pieces of egg. Hollandia Evap is one of the best liquid milk I've ever seen. So I used Hollandia Evap for this. You have this big, you have the small one. That's the small one. I used 1 cup of this milk. Trust me, this cake was so sweet. And I used half cup of oil. Started mixing them together. Don't forget to add your flavor. Flavor is half tablespoon, or you can call it half TBSP. I mixed them together. I'm mixing them together to make sure that it is evenly distributed. Please take note, if you want to add your egg, please wash your egg first. Then after washing your egg, you break it and put it into a small plate. Then make sure there is no eggshell inside the plate. Then transfer it to your mixing bowl. It's very important to avoid seeing eggshells on your cake. As you can see, I'm combining everything together, both my wet and my dry ingredients. I'm mixing it at this moment now. I'm mixing and mixing and mixing till it is well combined. At this point, I was boiling my hot water, but it was in low heat. It was on a low heat I was boiling it. So it's a mixing time. You mix. You see, at this stage, if you want to make a chocolate cake and you have a mixer, it's advisable to use your hands. But just in case you want to use a hand mixer, it's very perfect. But for small quantities, I prefer use your hand. But If you still want to use a mixer, it's for you, but using your hand is the best way. But if it's in big quantity, you can as well use your mixer. Mixer is okay. As you can see, I'm mixing. You can see the consistency of my chocolate butter, chocolate cake butter is running. I added my 1 cup of hot water. It's time to mix again. I mixed and mixed and mixed till it was evenly distributed. It was well combined. That's when I stopped. Then I preheated my oven at 170 degrees Celsius, and I was making my pan ready. I greased my pan with butter. I greased my pan with my butter, then made sure that I placed the baking paper on it, because chocolate cake, no matter how you grease your pan, without using your baking paper, it must surely stick to the pan. I tried that twice and I noticed that it was sticking and sticking, so I started using my baking paper. This is the outcome of our lovely chocolate cake. Please do well to like, share, comment, follow us on our Facebook platform, follow us on our TikTok, follow us on every social media platform, even on YouTube. We are still there. Please don't forget to drop your questions if you have any. Bye. I love you guys.